GCSE exams are now in 1 week. Today I'm going to be talking about what to do the night and the day before an exam, what I did for my GCSEs, and for anyone that's interested, at the end I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm going to be doing for my A-levels the night before my exams. So I'm going to get straight into this now. Please make sure if you're new here to subscribe. I'd like to get 5,000 subscribers before the end of GCSEs, so see if we can do that. And can everyone as well leave a like now? Okay. My first piece of advice is the most important piece of advice, and this is to relax and end your revision a little bit early the night before. This is so important, okay, that you're not cramming crazy hours into the night. If anything, I would advise or stop your revision earlier than usual. Relaxing is going to be way more important and way more useful and beneficial than just cramming, okay, cramming loads like the night before. It's fine to cram the days before, but the night before, the best thing you can do, I guarantee, is just to relax and get into that routine, okay? The routine of sleep is so much better than knocking it all off, trying to revise until like 4 in the morning. That's the most important thing. And if you take one piece of advice from this, it's that, okay? Go to sleep at a reasonable time, get a routine in, go to sleep at the same time in all your exams, and stop revision a little bit earlier if you can. I stopped about half an hour before. That's really, really important. Okay, secondly, in the day before an exam and the days before an exam, it's all about trying to get into that mindset of that exam. Some days you might have like 2 exams, and so you still have to kind of revise and juggle both of them as well. But like I've said in my video on how to revise during exam season, make sure you're not just prioritizing that one exam that's the upcoming day. Okay, still give like an hour, 2 hours or something for upcoming exams later in the week, just to make sure you're still revising. But the exam that's the day next should still be your priority. Okay, if you want like a percentage, I'd say about 65-70% of your revision should be about the day, the upcoming day. So to get in that mindset for that exam, what I would do is I would do, for anything like science, any of the STEM subjects, I'd do a lot of practice questions. My science teacher gave me like a big pack of questions. Ask your teachers for the same. In maths, I'd do the same. Maybe I'd even do a practice paper, but I think before a couple of maths exams the day before. This just gets you in that head of exam technique, and also anything in the mark scheme it keeps it all fresh in your head and brings it all together. So I would spend about an hour before each exam doing practice questions. I did this for like DT as well, so ask your teachers for that. But just going through practice questions is one of the best things you can do the day before an exam. For those that might panic though, if you get them wrong, then be careful. But for me, that I didn't really mind if I got them wrong, because it's better to get them wrong the day before than get them wrong in the exam. One thing as well I'd do is I would go through some flashcards. So in the days before a specific exam, I'd single out those flashcards. For example, like biology paper 1, I'd just single them out and I'd go through them again and again. And any flashcards that I got wrong, I'd put in a pile, or I kept getting wrong, I'd put in a pile. And what I would do is on that day, I'd pick up that pile of the day of the exam and go through it then. I'm going to be doing another video as well on how to revise the day of an exam, or what to do the day of an exam. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications on for that, because that's another really important video. Also, if I had any flashcards on Quizlet, I would star any ones I kept getting wrong, or I created new sets for things like history called like cram flashcards. So I had like 10 flashcards of like really key things that I thought I really wanted to remember for the exam. So I'd recommend that as well. Finally, one thing I'd do for like the humanities is I would read any practice questions that you have done in the past. So if you've got a high mark English story or history questions, geography, anything like that, I'd sit down and I'd just read them. So just go through it, read it, get that exam technique for any of those subjects. Think, okay, maybe I want to do this, maybe I want to do that. And on this note, I'm now selling my English language story. That's 40 out of 40 marks for £2. So the link's going to be in the description. I'd really recommend doing that. I've annotated it, I've typed up and annotated it, so things I think are good, pointed out what I've done well here. And I've also included some questions for you to apply and develop that story and use it in your own revision. So even reading something like that would be really useful. I read a couple of other people's questions that I knew were high marks too. So I'd 100% recommend buying that. So what I'd do is I'd just read before the exams my questions that I'd done that were high marks. One other thing you could do is watch content summary videos. So like all of GCSE chemistry in 1 hour, paper 1. I'd recommend those. Make sure you're not doing it once again though too late before an exam. But anything that kind of brings together the content, keeps it fresh in your head, is going to be good for the day before an exam. It's just about getting in that mindset, bringing it all together and doing that type of revision. So that's all for today in terms of what I would do the day before an exam. Don't overwork yourself. Don't do it massively. Often when I had an exam the next day, I would try and just relax, like I said, and get into that mindset of the exam and just calm myself down. One other thing you could do too, or you need to do, I'd recommend, is just soak in like the nerves and stuff, the excitement. It's quite a big thing. Like literally everyone your age is going to be going into exam halls across the entire country, and they're going to be feeling the same nerves, the same excitement. Not necessarily excitement, but adrenaline. Those kind of feelings. So it's quite like a big part of your life. These exams, or at least they're seen to be a big part of your life. So I would kind of, before the exams, I'd talk with my family. I'd let it kind of soak in, like these are big exams. Obviously they're not the end of the world, anything like that, but it's quite a big like moment taking your GCSEs. So just sit with it a bit. And yeah, for anyone that's trying to relax as well, I'm considering doing maybe a live stream the night before, like the biology exam or something like that, the first exam, or a couple videos just on things that aren't necessarily GCSE related to keep you guys like de-stress, like thinking about other things. So comment if you want any other video suggestions, or if you'd like a live stream or anything like that. And if there's enough support for that or enough people want it, then I'm happy to do that. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. My phone just died, or 10% battery, not died. But yeah, if that was helpful, please make sure to leave a like, and I'll reply to any comments. So yeah, make sure to comment as well. Right. For my A-levels, I'm just going to talk a little bit about that for anyone who's interested. So I take maths, history, politics, and this is what I'm going to do this is my plan so far, to do the day before each exam. So politics, I've got a bunch of essay plans. I'm just going to read them and yeah, just read them, see if they take any notes of anything that's useful, anything like that. And I'm also going to read all my practice essays and go through my flashcards. For maths, I'm just going to do practice questions, and then for history, I'm going to read across the same things and use flashcards again, and maybe watch a documentary in history and politics. So it's all very similar to GCSEs, and that's why building these skills now in GCSEs can be really useful transitioning to A-level. For everyone that's in year 11 now, I'm going to be doing A-level content next year, along with GCSE content. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed. Thank you for watching.